Hey guys, welcome back to Nothing But Faith. This week's video I'm going to talk about a couple of different issues, mostly focusing around the whole Teen Vogue problem. First off, I want to talk about their first article, which is Anal Sex, What You Need to Know, How to Do It the Right Way. And then I'm going to talk about their articles on masturbation. So, with the whole anal sex issue, first off, there are girls that are reading this that are as little as 11 years old. My sister's 12, and if I knew that she was reading stuff like this, I'd be totally appalled. Like, I'm quoting the article. It's important that we talk about all kinds of sex because not everyone is having or wants to have penis in the vagina sex. If you do have penis in the vagina sex and are curious about something else, or are finding that the type of sex is not for you, you just like to explore other options, it's helpful to know the facts. Even if you do learn more and decide that anal sex is not a thing you'd like to try, it doesn't hurt to have the information. What? Like, I see such an issue with this. There are girls that are reading this that are 11 years old trying to figure out what's going on with their brains in this hormonal, like, menstrual issue, like, with all of that, and then they're reading this and they're going, oh, so I should be having sex, everyone else is having sex. You're 11 years old. No, you should be saying that boys are gross and have cooties. Like, you shouldn't be like, oh, he's cute, like, I'm gonna go have sex. No, that is totally absurd. And, like, it talks about how this is anal 101 for teens, beginners, and all inquisitive folk. Anal 101. First off, why are they telling this to kids, to teenagers who are exploring their sexuality, and they're going to give them anal sex? They might not understand what about their body. They may be, like, totally clueless, and then they read this article and it's just putting them in a whole new way. And the Catholic Church teaches that sex should be between a man and a woman in marriage only. Sex is to create life, and anal sex does not create life. Like, and I'm going to quote the article again. Why anal? Anal sex, though often stigmatized, is a perfectly natural way to engage in sexual activity. Perfectly natural! Yes, because the penis was made to go through your butt. Yes, definitely. Yes. Okay. And then it tells you, like, the appeal of anal when you have a prostate, or the appeal of anal when you do not have a prostate. There should not be. No, this is okay. All right, moving on. we're gonna talk about masturbation. Like, teen. How to masturbate if you have a penis? Yes, with a picture of a penis lollipop. Definitely. First of all, I'm gonna give you some background information. I'm quoting from another website, which I will cite down below. Straight talk about the Catholic teaching on masturbation. Is masturbation wrong? Yes, the Catholic teaching on masturbation says that masturbation is always morally wrong. Sex is intended to be both an expression of love for your spouse and the beautiful means of procreation. Procreation means the creation of life. Like, masturbation does not equal life. Anal sex does not equal life. Sex is intended, yes, I already said that. Sex is so special, powerful, and valuable that it is only properly used only within a marriage. If you are not married, you should abstain from sexual activity. If you were not, I'm going to say that again, if you are not married, you should abstain from sexual activity. There are so many people, I'm in high school, and there are so many people telling me that, like, oh my gosh, you should be having sex, or you should be engaging in some sexual activity. Am I married? No! I'm 16! Funny. And then the Catholic teaching on masturbation says that masturbation denies every aspect of the promise of sex, of that promise of your vows. Masturbation is focused on yourself, a withholding from your spouse, a statement that sex is only about pleasure, your own pleasure, inherently sterile, often accompanied by adultery in your heart through pornography and fantasy. So that's again other sins. Pornography. Like, oh God, what does the world come to? Going back to the Teen Vogue article, how to masturbate if you have a penis. Article number 1. Quotes, masturbation is a healthy practice, and you should in no way feel ashamed or wanting to engage in it. Okay. So that's saying that looking at pornography and masturbating towards it, you shouldn't feel guilty. Like, I feel like you should feel really guilty about that. Like, and then it goes on to, like, masturbation doesn't need to be this super fast, shameful thing that you do in the dark corner of your bedroom. Okay, it just says that it shouldn't be this shameful thing, but yet it is a shameful thing. Like, I would imagine that you're gonna feel some sort of shame towards it. And then it goes on and on and on. It says that masturbation is a healthy form of self-care, but going back to the Catholic, it says the world has a way of saying that a lot of disoriented things are good. Masturbation is radically self-centered and radically unchristian. That is why the Catholic teaching on masturbation says it's wrong. It turns us and our sexuality away from God and towards ourselves by training our sexuality in the habit of self-indulgence, not self-giving. Divorcing the pleasure of orgasm in the union of the other, your spouse. Turning away from the risks of loving another. Refusing fertility and the full responsibility of sex. Like, many educators and health, like, professionals, like, seem to be telling us to, like, have a love affair with our self-centered, self-indulgent, like, sexuality. Why is that? I honestly, I don't know. But it's really messed up. I mean, they're wrong. And they're not telling you the truth about sex or about yourself or about life in general. And again, I'm quoting from beginningcatholic.com. The Catholic teaching on masturbation is centered in the virtue called chastity. Chastity. Ooh, and so many people don't know about chastity, man. I mean, giving sexuality its proper place in our lives, not snuffing it out, but not giving it free reign, a proper place. Chastity is one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit. See the Catechism. See the Bible. Like, boy, okay. A lot of people are saying how masturbation is also sexual addiction. And if we keep telling people that masturbation is normal and healthy, we're setting them up for, like, a bad habit. Like, you're not going to tell teenagers to be like, okay, here's a cigarette, go smoke. Okay, here's some alcohol, go drink your life away. No, because you don't want them to become a smoker. You don't want them to become an alcoholic. Then why are you going to put them on another bad habit? Like, another bad addiction. Like I don't know, man. Okay, but now we're gonna go back to Teen Vogue, and we're gonna go to how to masturbate if you have a vagina. Yes. Step by step, because that is what every 11-year-old needs. Yes. Like, it's saying, go forth and masturbate, you liberated goddess. What the heck? I don't understand. Ooh, okay. It says on top of this conundrum, 0 schools are required to teach about pleasure. Because it's wrong! I'm not gonna want to send my kid to school where they're gonna sex education and they're gonna tell them, yeah, go pleasure yourself. Go, like, masturbate. No! No! It's wrong. No wonder schools, why are you posting something? Whoo, why are people so messed up? Tells you how to find your clitoris. You will know when you've had an orgasm. There isn't much doubt about it. 11-year-olds, even 16-year-olds. I really have no words, man. It's not weird if you prefer one kind of pleasure over another. It is your body and you have total agency. Go eat some ice cream. That's pleasurable. Like, you don't need to be like watching pornography and watching and like having dirty thoughts and like doing stuff like that to yourself, because that is, I once heard this this thing where it's like perfect for this. When you're born, or as you're growing up, you're a gift. You're a present. You're perfectly wrapped, perfect with a pretty little bow on top. That's what you are. But then as you grow up and you begin masturbating, or you begin doing sexual acts with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, begin having those dirty thoughts, you begin having sex, your present is ripped up, it's torn apart, thrown down the stairs. And then your wedding day, your wedding night, you give your husband or your wife that present. Would you want to give them something so dirty and something so messed up? Would you want to give them a ripped up box? No, you want to give them that perfect thing. So why allow yourself to become that dirty and that broken? That is just beyond me. Again, it highlights here in like big bold letters, remember, masturbation is good for you. But then again, if we're gonna go back to that beginningcatholic.com, it says there's a twist. The world has put this twisted sense on what is good for us and what isn't good for us. You might say, yes, this makes you feel good now, but then you're just telling yourself that deep inside of you, it's not making you feel good. Whether you're thinking about, whether you're trying to figure out what to do, and you come across these articles, whether you're 11, whether you're 16, whether you're 21, and you don't know, these are why these articles are so bad. Like, I can't form enough words to describe how awful, like, kids are stumbling upon these. Like, if you think you're trapped in the habit of masturbation or anything sexual or anything at all, like pornography, infidelity, prostitution, anything, seek the help of a priest who supports the Church's sexual morality, specifically the Catholic teaching on masturbation. And don't be shy. They've heard it all before. If you're afraid of that, no, go into that confessional. Don't do face-to-face if you're scared. Hide behind that little screen and say, Father, forgive me. I need help. What should I do? And they'll help you. They're not going to judge you. That isn't their job. They're going to just forgive you. They're going to help. They're going to help you get better. Because, like, alcoholism, like smoking, like drugs, they're all addictions. This is one too that a lot of people don't talk about. I'm going to touch another point. Does the Catholic teaching on masturbation say we should repress our sexuality? No. There's a difference between repression and self-control. Self-control is different than repression. Repression means to stuff those feelings down when they arise, denying them and pretending they're not there. Self-control is different. You don't deny those feelings or your sexual drive. But you seek to control it according to your will. But if you're a slave to your urges, like I'm quoting beingcatholic.com again because it's such a good, great website for this. If you're a slave to your urges, you're not free. You're not free from anything. The Catholic Church's teaching on masturbation and all these different things reminds us that we need to restrain ourselves from those self-centered desires. We need to free from those chains, and we need to take up our cross and follow Jesus. He was never self-centered. He always put others first. And we need to let Christ heal us. We need to ask him to heal us and give us the self-control that we need to control all of these desires. Because it is possible. God wouldn't put you on this earth if it wasn't possible to fix you. So go on. Let yourself be redeemed. Live the glorious freedom of the children of God. Romans 8:21.